No Tom Kench. We'll see if that can be attacked though. Obviously Varus with no innate escapes is, and also like no range extensions, right? It's not like a Kog'Maw where you play from 800 or something, or Jinx, kind of similar. So can be attacked. We'll see what the bot lane looks like. That Thresh though is very good defense as well. Vulcan has been maybe the best performing player on Cloud9 this tournament, on maybe the biggest carry support league has. We'll see what he can do down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Thresh is exactly what I was going to say for the combination here. It's actually extremely good lane. Varus, Thresh, possible setups there. And Zven and Vulcan have been the most consistent players for Cloud9 throughout this, up and down of week 1 to week 2 here play for them. So I think it's a really confident 1-2 lock-in for C9 bottom lane. Kalista shows back up, though. I was scouting for the side of Cloud9's for Zven yesterday. He had actually played 3 Kalista games in a row, lost all 3 of them. Now he's going to be facing one, though, and that is bottom side focus, Kalista Nautilus. Yep. Definitely looking to try and punish there, see if they can get some bottom lane momentum, get WhiteLotus to try and carry this game for infinity and get another win on the board.
And it'll be a second Kalista game of MSI. They will, if they can take this one, tie DFM in third. It won't, again, mean anything for advancing, but it does mean, hey, you know what? We did as well as we could. We got that second win. Rumble is going to be locked in late, apparently calling out that, hey, you guys aren't flexing the Rumble. There's no Rumble mid, though I think Rumble mid, by the way, outstandingly strong and worth blind picking in a lot of cases. Gets to be grabbed third here with no concern at all. Cloud9 say, all right, cool. We found another good jungler. On you go.
Yeah, Rumble mid is pretty good, but Rumble jungle is just better. So I feel like it should always have higher priority in the jungle in the current state right now. With the percentage max health damage.
I only bring it up because it could have been a takeaway, right? As soon as Varus is locked in, you say, hey, we could knock them down a peg by grabbing the Rumble away, putting it mid lane for Cody, flexing it to Buggax if you have to. And then, hey, make him go down below because Udyr's already gone and Morgana and Rumble, right? So I think that really could have been a consideration. One I do want to keep in mind as the tournament moves forward, that is a possibility in the draft.
Well, good news for Cloud9. Blaber won all 3 of his Rumble games yesterday, so he has some very pertinent and timely practice on the champion as well. Again, it's going to focus both of them on their early routes for power clearing. I think that Rumble should just focus on actually having efficient clear rather than some of the excess travel time that we've seen in a couple of the games throughout, because
excess travel time.
Rumble can easily keep up. Basically, if you're looking at the breakpoints for your first clears, looking at your Scuttle Crab spawns, both Rumble and Morgana can finish their clears before the Scuttle Crabs spawn, so should be no problem there. All he has to do, take cooldown reduction rune and spam W for the beginning of the game so that you can overheat on purpose for your first buff. Lucian is locked in with the Rumble, one of the most talked about combinations there. Definitely assuming that is going into the hands of Perkz. AD carry aficionado in the mid lane. He has dominated with it previously, and pairing that with Rumble, it gives you the push to allow Rumble to even try and alter routes, try and steal away Raptors, which Rumble can do extremely quickly, extremely efficiently if you have that mid lane pushing. And yes, Syndra is one of the most popular and common answers into Lucian mid because of your level 6 kill pressure and because of the stun setup. But Lucian still in the early levels can get the push pre-level 6 on Syndra, and especially if you're able to dodge out on some of the early harassment, your Q spam from Syndra, as well as being wary of lining up those stuns for any jungle coming through, because if Syndra lands that stun, Morgana can easily follow up with the binding and you never get to move. Also means that easily itemized towards magic resistance though for the Lucian, so Perkz definitely should be investing pretty heavily into magic resistance because it will defend him against both. And guess what? Another Fudge Sion game.
Yes.
Taking a page out of Khan and Damwon's book, with Khan having like 20 games this year already on Sion, and Cloud9 already having success with it. Definitely should be interesting top lane side as they actually go for the gangplank here for Buggax.
So, one thing to point out, I actually think Cloud9 are in a good spot in this draft overall. One thing that I believe is underdrafted, let me put an asterisk in that one, is tanks in the top side, because obviously we're seeing almost exclusively AP junglers with, you know, it being Morgana or Rumble being really commonly picked, which means you often want physical damage mid lane. So, hey, Zed, Kiana, Lucian, Trist are kind of the top 4 there, but that means you're also very light on tanks. I think often running tank supporters is not enough, and so hey, Gnar can be one of those when it's Mega Gnar, but Sion obviously the go-to top lane tank right now. So Cloud9's draft to me is sort of the most meta composition, where these are the kinds of roles you want on each champion in each lane.
And it's interesting what it does for game plans for both teams coming in, because very clearly on the side of Infinity, especially with the Gangplank lock-in there for them, they want to focus on that bottom side of the map. They've got Gangplank topside for your ultimate down towards your Kalista lane. This is as much power as you can try and funnel into the bottom side of the map to get advantages on bottom side, start stacking those dragons. With Kalista, you should be able to rotate over, get your Rens off. But to your point for Cloud9 and it being one of the most meta compositions, it's actually very difficult to get that push priority from the lanes when you're playing against a Lucian lane and a Varus Thresh lane. I'm very interested to see how Zven and Vulcan handle this Kalista Nautilus early on, because I think with the power of the mid and bottom lane setup here for C9, they are actually pretty well situated to try and defend that early bottom priority from Gangplank ultimate coming down from Infinity. And we shall see if they can actually make that happen. Definitely depends on the opening here from Blaber. Has stumbled a couple times early on in MSI in some of the openings, but with Rumble in his hands and the priority to have with a couple of these lanes, should be feeling pretty confident about it. Perkz is actually up on the top side. Are they going to just finish off with this lane swap? It looks like he's going to stay up there and have the solo laners swap. Teleports are ready, though, so they could actually change the late invade with the sweeper.
So, again, make sure you share us your thoughts by tweeting with Verizon 5G all chat. And yes, the delayed invade for Cloud9. Perkz could TP if he needed to, but it's ships in the night, as they're going to be looking for their own invade down here. Infinity going to be grabbing a blue buff steal as Cloud9 get the red buff, and I don't know how much vision is known otherwise. Sion going to be going for at least leashing the first camp over here, and then, you know, getting the scraps over in mid lane. Nice anchor, though. Good flay, timed well, but it's Guardian, not Aftershock, so very easy to just keep knocking down the Thresh. Keep in mind, Rend and Igniter a lot of damage as well, and a pretty heavy trade of blows. Vulcan has 2 potions. SolidSnake, does he go? Oh, that would have been a kill, but now Blaber is behind him. WhiteLotus flashes. They're re-engaged on the Vulcan. First blood for the Rumble. Finally, Blaber's on one end of it and not the other. 2 kills in the bottom side. Cloud9 already slapping in this game.
So many interesting things in this game. Okay, yes, the bottom lane kill for Cloud9 is their advantage because the extra added time for Rumble with Sion actually leashing the Raptor camp for him means that Rumble gets to come in behind the bottom lane while Morgana is counter jungling and looking for the possible push in there. He would have to wait 2 more waves to actually join this. Even that distance there, trying to throw a binding over the wall towards Zven is the only possibility. Meanwhile, Blaber on Rumble, inside route, they're going to keep on going with the action, though. Zven's going to have to flash away. Still, I want to talk about the opening lane swap, though.
You can't yet. They're still fighting. Kobe at TP the bottom side as well, and now Ackerman slowed down. What a flay! Vulcan, thumbs up! Everything's okay for Cloud9.
Oh, well, the lane swap now is on screen because of the teleport there from Perkz, but I wanted to commend this swap where everyone's thinking it is going to be, you know, Lucian mid and have that mid lane priority, set up Rumble for these invades. Lucian is one of the great old picks into Gangplank to have kill pressure up on Gangplank, and so they do swap up the matchup there, have Perkz on top side, which means Fudge has to do the Doin' Beast style Sion mid lane, and yet it's all the bottom lane action that's really the story.
Yep, honestly, if nothing is going on excitingly in the Syndra Sion matchup and cool stuff's going on elsewhere, you're happy with that one, you're fine, you're farming up, it's not a big problem. So yeah, Cloud9 Obviously, to a great start here, 1,000 gold ahead. Fudge, just keep the thumbs up going. At some point, you probably mute the enemy team when you're Infinity, but in the meantime, lands the Q, lands a bit of damage, no big problems here.
Honestly, though, with the Lucian teleporting on the down to bottom side, he actually gave up some of the pressure that you're going to expect from that lane. He did acquire the kill, so got the money there, and is going to return to top side with more attack damage, longsword in tow. Definitely going to be hard for Buggax. Up here, as you can see, you want to play the Lucian as aggressively as possible.
Almost, but Flayed under the turret, though. Big damage on his Zven. He is going to drop. Ackerman has turret aggro, though. He will drop as well, but Vulcan, one more Ren, one more auto. WhiteLotus gets him. He's triumphant. He heals up enough. What a play from the deficit side. Perkz does it well on the top.
Oh, WhiteLotus, he busts out the abacus for the calculator on that tower shot. Barely survives. Gets the last Q to finish off Vulcan as well. Finishes up the bottom lane play, but it's a good thing we got to mention the lane swap Lucian, how good it is into Gangplank Phreak, because Perkz takes full advantage, and guess what? The action continues, forcing out WhiteLotus's flash. And
oh, he's in danger. He's slowed up for a while. Hook's gonna land, no problem. Zven claims it with the snipe, and the counter jungle is gonna go pear-shaped. And Blaber gets an assist for his trouble, breaking Black Shield pretty much instantly. And now Cloud9 able to get back on the map.
Woo-wee. All right, so many exciting things, in the opener of this game. They're going to take a quick breather here as we do have a pause. But all of this action is, while it is exciting, it's actually adding to the priority for Cloud9 here. And especially with this latest pickoff here, taking Morgana down with burning Morgana's flash and defending the blue quadrant jungle. This is going to be a little bit bigger of a balloon of the gold lead now for Cloud9, as it makes it really easy for Blaber to clean up the rest of this blue side jungle. Now has the flash advantage in jungle as well, and is going to have access to the Rumble ultimate with that super long range. He can turn around the strong point of Infinity, which is their bottom lane, which they put so many draft resources into, getting Gangplank for the ultimate, getting the Kalista Nautilus for the kill pressure, sending down, jungle invade there. They tried to split the map. That was their whole idea of going with the Morgana delayed invade for the jungle bottom. It's just that Cloud9 did a counter invade on bottom side, and Blaber got into it early, so that is going to be Dragon picked up for Cloud9. Blaber still has his whole blue quadrant to go get his level 6, but he's not even going to waste time doing it.
Okay, might have been spotted here. Put some damage on a WhiteLotus. Ackerman does not get a defensive ward down, and the Sentinel can't see everything, but oh, this lane is getting worse quickly. Still has a farm lead now for the Gangplank, but hey, looking to re-engage now. Lantern back to safety. Blaber took a lot too many turret shots. That is not the kind of play you wanted, and it's technically a solo kill.
Holy moly, Blaber, what the hell was that? Not again, dude. Oh, he should have just gone back and farmed his jungle, get his level 6. Rumble level 6 is so big with the ultimate. He wanted to come down with the team to deny the minion wave, but taking tower aggro there, such a costly mistake. Does give over the extra kill, and that is going to actually exacerbate the issue. With this timing, it should have been such a big bonus to C9. We just talked about in the pause, it was going to be so big where Morgana gets killed, gets the flash blown. They can actually correct for some of the bottom lane focus. And yet, with Blaber, going down in the tower dive, well, never mind. Perkz is going to 2v1, soften him up.
Keep in mind, here comes the rest of them. Bam! Hit by a train. Blaber's here as well. There you go. Turns it back around for his mistakes, and top is a kingdom.
How fun is Sion mid, huh? Just get to cruise on up with the ultimate. There's a no flash Morgana. What's she gonna do? Throw bindings at the train and try and stop it? Fudge.
And it's a fancy train. It can float on water. It's a hovercraft at this point. Doesn't even need train tracks. Fudge, I don't know. He's cheating or something.
All right. Well, now Cody gets slowed.
Yep. Is this the ult? Nope.
Phase Rush solves all slow problems.
Yeah, it does. All right, no reason to ult. Again, Phasers would have, as you just mentioned it, just kind of kited right off of the equalizer, so that wouldn't have mattered from Rumble. So no chase. Obviously a good stun. Blaber, oh no, he smites too early. I've seen this play before. Blaber, the scuttle is not worth your life.
Oh my goodness. Well, this game is delivering on all fronts, Phreak. Yeah, you know, the Infinity are out, Cloud9 are in, but what we're playing for is the love of the game!
The hook got tanked by Ackerman flying out of Kalista, so not CC'd there. Zven manages to like predict the flash with the ulti. That at least was a good play from Vulcan. Lantern flash take, a shining star in a sea of darkness.
That's actually the funniest thing because they're out of vision of Infinity, so they're literally just emoting each other, patting each other on the back. Yo,
hey!
look at our crazy jungler. Ah, silly Blaber. Good job, Zven. Pat on the back. Good job, Vulcan. Pat on the back. We're still great. Good job, bottom lane.
Look, Blaber was good in the Dom 1 game, okay? That one he was solid in. That was enough. All right, we're back into this one. 2,500 gold difference. 1-0 on Dragons. Rift Herald nowhere to be seen. It spawned 40 seconds ago. We'll see if that happens at some point. Fudge is roaming up, just chugging his way up the river. He's ready to go for a gank. Here we go. All right, there's a barrel. Is he going to auto the barrel? He is going to auto the barrel. Better timing than the Gangplank player himself. He's a top player by nature, of course. Not going to find the smash, though. But keep in mind, that is a choo-choo train. And Fudge claims the kill under the turret. Hey, Vulcan's here. Good job.
Oh, good map run there for Vulcan as well, living the exit path. But, man, is that Doinby on screen, Phreak? This is honestly Fudge. Yeah. Fudge with the big difference on roams, and he's one of the players so far on Cloud9 that has not had one of these silly deaths. Looks like, I guess, Perkz kind of bringing the atmosphere from G2 with the happy games over to Cloud9 as well. Top side of the map, though, still fully under control with, Perkz actually playing this Lucian threat super well, keeping up this really deep pressure onto Buggax with the Gangplank. You know, it's we're very well accustomed to it in North America with Hooney's Lucian top being, legendary. But it definitely makes it a very hard life for the Gangplank player. And that's why we've seen a lot of the Gangplank ultimates actually necessarily used on top side, so you don't get to use it bottom side because you need it to relieve your the pressure of your own lane.
That's cute. Wait, what? I don't know how he knew, but he somehow knew. Ackerman gets hooked, goes right back in front of the one on a Vulcan. Vulcan's days are numbered. He will die. He will not prosper, and neither will his bottom lane teammate. A great kite back for WhiteLotus. Shutdown goes through to SolidSnake. A happy bee. I love the emotes. We're going to get some turret damage.
Oh, this is definitely a fun game here. Nice move from Infinity. Ackerman Hex flashes over on the top side of the brush, gets his ultimate off just in time as they coordinate their roam with SolidSnake, and this time around he actually gets the counter jungle on the blue quadrant, getting some much needed gold back here from Infinity. I like that they're sticking to their game plan. They have to play off bottom side. That's the only place with kill pressure, the only place with any sort of priority, and guess what? It's 5 kills onto WhiteLotus.
Ooh, jeez. Really nice killing there for Perkz. You know, coming into the season, Perkz said, I might role swap top lane as well just so I can knock down Alfari some more. I mean, he didn't have enough time killing him in the LEC. Yeah. He's got to kill him in the LCS as well. And here's his first game, right? He's against a bunch of other Americans. I'm saying this in the continental sense. So it's just like he's back at home playing in the LCS and he's getting his top lane reps in.
Okay, that went on a little roundabout journey. So did Fudge.
Oh, good flash though. Cody, jumps the tracks, gets away, not going to be a target.
Such high value still from this Sion. Fudge forces another cooldown here. Flash blown from the Syndra. Definitely going to be a viable dive target. As you were referring to Perkz, though, dominance from him. Mid lane, top lane, AD carry. He's done it in every single lane.
Yeah, one-day support. He's even jungled since the funnel meta existed. So really, Perkz just has one more to go. Once Perkz wins the support role, the game, he will have done everything.
I draw the line, even for jungle mains, funneling, and he doesn't count as jungling, okay?
There's a lot of Master Yi players who would disagree with
you. Wipe yourself clean. I don't care what they agree with. If you're a funneler, you're dead to me.
They bring smite. They smite better than you because they're out-leveled. It's tragic the whole way through. All right, well, right now, though, 3,500 gold lead. Dragons, though, have been tied. Infinity got that pick a little second ago. Got the dragon out of it, and we still got a lot of a game to play. But We're waiting for the next major objectives. Rift Herald claimed not long ago by Blaber. We'll see when that one gets crashed in. He's invading the top jungle. He's going for the fight right away. Buggax, yeah, he's burning. He's on fire. He's not okay. A flash into a tower dive. Blaber claims it and walks right back out. Now another fight in the bottom side. 3v2. That route isn't going to matter. He tries to get him away to safety, but he's still been CC'd for too long. Cannot lantern out. Vulcan's like, see ya, buddy. Enjoy your third death. I've got 4.
And Infinity, they keep stacking on bottom side. It's now 6 kills on WhiteLotus. It is a flash cleanse Kalista to boot. So he's looking to try and get them that victory in the team fight. Flash with cleanse with a black shield on your team. You should never get locked down. Yeah. This is all their hope for Infinity. They're all praying to the Church of WhiteLotus. We'll see if they can actually make that pay off in the mid-game fights.
Good damage from Cody. He dashes in. I think he wanted to dodge a Q, couldn't do so. Solo kill. Finally some action from Infinity's mid laner. Nicely done.
All right, Perkz in tradition of some mid lane Lucians, so trying to 1v1 some AP carries in the mid lane. Gets blown up. Tower actually still under fire as the Q from Zven, showing how much damage he can still output. Nice rotation for C9 over towards the mid lane. They're trying to get their bottom lane away from this Kalista, so they don't rack up any more deaths to it. They don't finish off this counter jungle here, though. Fudge does have a blast go to work with as well. And this one,
but there's a Kalista to work against. Now he's really tanky, but Kalista can dodge Sion Q for, you know, ever. Get some decent damage. Runs away. All right, fine. Nothing special here.
How many years for Kalista to take down Sion?
200?
Okay.
At least 200 is how every time frame goes in League of Legends.
Okay, fair enough. I should have mentioned years without knowing the only answer that ever pops up. Funnily enough, Kalista not complained about in the current meta at all.
Before, though, you know, if 200 years meta existed back in the day, Kalista would have been one of the inaugural 200 years champions for sure. Yeah. If you don't get the reference, don't worry about it. It's not that good of a reference. Meanwhile, bottom lane turret gonna drop. Cloud9 already got the first turret of the game. I'm pretty sure Herald is to thank for that one with top lane dropping. But regardless, at least one answered. And WhiteLotus, by the way, is the 1v9 champion. 6-1-3. He's been set up by Ackerman all game. Kalista can absolutely pop off, and she is going for a single target focus build, by the way, going Rage Knife, not a Hurricane Rush, so going to be knocking down the Sion first, then the Rumble, and going on from there.
Yeah, and Kalista still has, you know, a long life ahead of her. People often refer to how Kalista gets outscaled pretty quickly later on, but in the mid-game teamfights, yes, she is short range, and she has to play into, you know, Rumble, AoE, Sion to work around. And a couple of other AD carries. I think he's still got a decent amount of influence over this game.
Sure.
Maybe for Infinity, he can bridge the gap until Gangplank actually gets some money, but
hits. Black Shield is in time, though. Ackerman just kind of sits there rooted, and that's going to be mid-turret dropping. A good layering of crowd control, a flash to safety, brings back in his teammate, and the Lantern's there in time for Vulcan to bring him away. No binds going to land. Mid lane Adder is killed, and a flash force out of WhiteLotus.
And honestly, if we're trying to refocus on this game and look for stuff for the future of this tournament with Cloud9, trying to regain their focus on objectives, there were definitely some extra plays, definitely very extra, but here they're still able to refocus on mid lane turret. Good collapse by them, little pincer movement, very efficient as well, as they can then just disperse back out into their winning lane here with Perkz trying to set up some more punishment for Buggax.
Okay, good luck. You've got a barrel. It's going to be last hit perfectly again by Perkz, though this time around, Gale Force, jump in, oranges, dash forward, auto Q, and there is death number 7. He has tied Cloud9's bottom lane in that regard.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. It has been pain all day long for the Gangplank. Perkz definitely flexing his muscles once again, even with the Trinity Force being completed there. Perkz had gotten the early advantage there, dodging out on the first one, as you said, last hitting the barrel as well, and then still getting to push up means that, guess what? Dragon setup very easy for them.
Ooh, flashless, healless, WhiteLotus is slowed, nearly knocked up, but the culling is there, and he has been shut down. Second death the game, and Cody TP's in, but probably for too much. Buggax finds himself a slow. The barrels are nice. He finally lands them this time around. They've been last hit so many times, but he's revealed. Perkz is still on the chase. Nice anchor's gonna going to find himself. Zven, who flashes, gets his shield popped, and SolidSnake finds the kill. Rumble 2 over the top. The flash stun not going to find anything as Ackerman is able to interrupt that one. Perkz finishes the kill in a Buggax. Another one trades out. Cody flashes, but still going to be flayed in, and it's now Fudge trying to chase down Ackerman. The man's running for his life. Anchor toss going to be available in a second, and just gets out of the way. A good bind. The good sidestep gets away from the hook from Vulcan as well. Finds a slow. Will they find enough damage? SolidSnake has to burn the Zhonya's Hourglass. Will it be enough? That's going to be a bind. That's going to be decent damage. It's almost going to kill, but with the shield, will stay alive.
Yeah, and they're still going to get the dragon in the aftermath, but some good kills for Infinity. Get some gold back in their pockets there as they're able to split a little bit, and they actually focus down the Sion, taking down Fudge. In the aftermath, though, good flay from Vulcan to pull in the extra kill here for C9. It all starts out with taking out the strongest player on Infinity, the heart of the team, WhiteLotus. Everything had been funneled into him. That was actually a big shutdown as well, and with all 4 members of Cloud9 here first, thought it was going to be a clean sweep for them, but a good barrel bought some time. Now
Yep, big damage on a Zven, under 50 health, the Gangplank! He had to channel the Q, he just barely got away, but now the pull back onto Sion, and wow, time flies. He's dead already. SolidSnake gets the kill credit onto that one. The turret falls in the side lane, though, and Fudge cannot get enough to chase down into Ackerman.
All right, that's going to mean it is still pushing Perkz bottom side, but with getting the pick on mid and losing full mid priority, he can't continue onto the tower. So C9 lose out on the last couple of plays here with a good move from Infinity. Rift Herald will be their reward. They can try and start taking some of these towers back. That will go a long ways towards shoring up the gold deficit that they have. Kalista, here's your 2 item power spike Phreak. Rage Blade completed on top of the shield bow. This is the time to shine. This is where Infinity have to make big moves in this game. With Rift Herald, they can actually capitalize on another pick or another winning fight for themselves with multiple turrets and try and find some way back into this game versus Cloud9. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult here because Fudge does have teleport. Actually should be a pretty solid side lane pusher for them in addition to Perkz. So C9 have so many advantages here to try and set up the map first, and it's up to Infinity to try and force another one of those fights, force another pick here, and try and make Cloud9 fight them where the Kalista is.
See when it happens. 4,000. Pretty flat, actually. The gold difference has not moved around much. The team's been fighting pretty close to equal. 3-1 in turrets, 2-1 in dragons. Next one spawns in 3 minutes. Cloud9. Ooh, that Sentinel. Is it going to spot any champions? They sidestep it nicely. Oh, they don't? No.
SolidSnake play on both sides here. Cloud9 are able to.
I mean, the best part about this is it literally puts an exclamation point over its head when it sees someone. It's actually perfect. But it's not just a quest marker. We got a team fight going in. WhiteLotus screwed with the equalizer. Has to go right back in. Almost found. Flashes away from Sion. Turret falls. Rift Herald. The re-engage. How's it going to look like? Nice root's going to land on the back line. Is this going to be a kill? No, not just yet. Cody gets away, but already 2 picked up as the jungle and support have dropped as well. Perkz tries to get away from the tormented soil. Survives it all. Cloud9 2-0.
And similar win conditions in this team fight to the previous one. It is Cloud9, they don't kill WhiteLotus, but they blow everything in his kit. With the Rumble ultimate in that perfect lineup for Blaber, WhiteLotus, he takes 50% of his HP and damage, has to get Black Shield and Cleanse and Flash very early on. Now no ultimate, Vulcan with the hook.
Early spellbook smite for the heal, not coming back in. Vulcan dropped trying to zone the team out, but it still gets them the kill onto Cody as Rumble zones them away. There's really no chance to take this one anymore. SolidSnake, of course, was dead. GP ults down, and Perkz wants this. Perkz, yep, jump in. W auto, flash Q auto, and that's the kill picked up. The Baron on top for good measure. Red Bull Baron for Cloud9.
Oh, Perkz just won't stop bullying Gangplank here. He just won't let up. Woo. Also, how about that cooldown on Rumble Ultimate Phreak? Because they started out the fight with one, and Blaber also chased them off of Baron with another one. This champion definitely looking at some adjustments in the future. Here's the first one you're talking about, though. Such an advantage gain. That forces out the Black Shield, half of his life, and the flash from WhiteLotus. So all the threat removed from the team as Cloud9 is able to then focus down the Morgana. Then the follow-up here is pretty quick for them. Perkz goes in really close to get it burst down by that Syndra, but no follow-up from Cody. I think he got pushed back into the brush there without a ward from them, so didn't have follow-up vision in that brush. Smiles all around.
Kobe, I had flashbacks to NA at an international tournament with a Lucian dashing into a mid laner with Baron on the table. Doing his best double impression. Perkz thankfully didn't matter. He still lived, but with about 100 health left, that could have been an objective given back away. End of the day, Anchor's not going to land there from Ackerman, and now we get to run back on Cloud9's side. Binding's not going to matter. It's not even going to touch the shield here, and it's no problem. Cloud9 still with the Baron, looking to get a lot done. Perkz perma, split push, 231 CS. Not going to fall through an Ackerman either. He's okay, but turrets are under pressure. Perkz hitting the inhib turret.
I mean, Phreak, we're sitting at 35 kills in a 23-minute game right now.
Yes.
It's certainly been fun. Cloud9, though, knocking at the door, looking to end it. Rumble ultimate on 3.
That is a nice equalizer. That is an even nicer culling. Now a good flash by Cody. Gets just over the line, but it still means that Infinity have been knocked off the turret. They're going to have to give away mid lane.
Yep, they're going to have to give up that mid inhibitor as well. Infinity licking their wounds, healing in the fountain. They need to try and make some counterplay here while they have a bit of a resurgence. Cloud9 right back out of the gate, though, aren't going to give him that opportunity. Baron will expire in 1 minute, yet they don't stick around for the extra minion waves to push in on top. They don't want to let Infinity get back into this game.
But there is the attempt at chase into Perkz is not going to find anything. He's just too swift. Merc trades, even if something did land, it's ultimately fine. So, okay, next dragon, no problem. C9 kind of played all the map control well enough that no one's going to be around to take this one away. SolidSnake able to claim this one, and hey, be careful. He runs pretty quickly, flashes them for the ulti, Gale Force out, and doesn't have the ulti up to re-engage, so Perkz is not going to find himself a counter kill.
Yeah, actually drawing so much attention. You see it in, picture-in-picture down at the bottom. The rest of Cloud9 with that Baron buff, they actually do make use of it until the last 10 seconds of the Baron buff. They're going to use it the last few drops to finish off this turret. Good flash.
And even better equalizer, though, hems them in. Sion starts the engage. Here comes the team fight. Buggax, I'm sorry, he's 0-10. You talked about the Dame. Let's move on. We've got a lot going on, though, as it's going to be WhiteLotus barely living, but Cody is not going to. And goodbye to Ackerman. The entire duo lane is dead. The top lane's gone as well. And Cloud now gotta finish this game off. Nice Zonias to buy some time. Vulcan went away at the last second, 1-6. But with a 4v2 in the base, you have to believe Cloud9 going to end this one just after 25 minutes. There's no Baron buff, but there's still a bit of a minion wave. WhiteLotus trying his best to stay alive a bit longer, fighting back an 8,000 gold deficit, and they may just do so as the respawns are coming soon. Gangplank back up in a second, and Infinity will live another day.
Yeah, there's no super deep wards for teleporting in onto, so as much as they might want to try and get some chase down kills, not going to be an opportunity here for Infinity. They're just going to have to clear out all these super minions flooding in down bottom and mid lane. There's the flash from Zven. Stay away from the hook here. As you mentioned, Blaber's had a few consecutive very well-placed Rumble ultimates for these team fights, zoning out the carries, hitting multiple backline members. So definitely props to him for this Rumble play thus far. Good job by Perkz up on the top side. You see him collapsing and be able to take out the carries from Infinity.
Yeah.
It's definitely been strong AD carry play, even after switching back to mid lane. This is one of the strong points that people were hoping to see. More Lucian play, more Tristana play from him. And it has delivered every time that Cloud9 have been able to pick it up.
It really has. Kobe, you said it. It's been a day of pain for Buggax, but honestly, that lane has been kaboom. He's been leapt on constantly by Perkz, by Blaber, by Fudge. The man has not been left alone. 0-10-3 is a lower third. I don't see very often. May have been several years since that one's come through, but it's been rough. A 10,000 gold lead. Ocean Soul in 2.5 minutes. And let's see when the game-ending push begins. It's about right now.
Your approach to references is always just more is better. The Avalanche approach, as many references as possible.
It was good though, you know? And that is a great stopwatch. So re-engage. Nah, goodbye. Fudge acquires him, no problem. And now the back line is still under assault. Good sidestep by Perkz, and here comes the rest of it. That is a good old Zonia's, but with the gold deficit, is it gonna matter? They can take the stun. They can go right back in for this one. A jump in, and Buggax number 11. I'm sorry, bud. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Ackerman, he's been attacked, and Cloud9 are the Titans in this game. They will take the win. It will take over 27 minutes. At the end of the day, a 4-2 record as Cloud9 move out of the group.
Well, smiles on their faces. Perkz definitely deserves a smile after that one. Love it. The lane swap, move your Lucian up to try and take advantage of the Gangplank matchup. Bottom lane was out of control there. WhiteLotus got so many kills, you know, the hope for the team, even with all the difficulties of Gangplank on top side and them not being able to count on some of the ultimates that they were looking for. He still had a big performance, so congratulations to WhiteLotus and Infinity on the performance. But Cloud9, they're moving on, and my goodness, this day has been such a boon for Cloud9 fans, for North American fans. A lot of trash talk being slung around after the early showing from this team, but they came out, they performed so well, came out with a bang here, ended it with a bang as well. That was a fun one.
It's been exciting. The group stage, only 6 days long, but you know, it's out of a 4 Sundays, so to me, this counts as week 2. And in week 2, NA 3-0, but it means there is confidence coming into the